shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
It's a cold one out there. We have a freeze warning that's in effect. I'll show you just how cold it will be as you walk out the door.
RDU's getting ready for another busy holiday travel week. The new records the airport is setting as Thanksgiving approaches.
Preparations are happening today for the Raleigh Christmas Parade. What you need to know about the route, the parking, getting there early, and keeping you and your family safe as you enjoy this wonderful holiday tradition.
And we're already seeing some Christmas-like weather in parts of the country and our states. Look at this, including this NFL game played in a winter wonderland. Time for snow angels and football in the snow. Yeah. I mean, nothing says the holidays like that, right? That's Cleveland. How about
Ohio, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, just a little bit of lake effect right there for your morning. How about that? That'll warm you up where you're sitting right now on this Friday. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Renee Chu. We have the winter-like temperatures, just no snow. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with how low our temperature is going this morning.
But the snow is within driving distance. And it's Friday. I think the ski resorts are super happy because I imagine some of them will try to open next week. Freeze warning in effect all across the viewing area. Let's jump on in and take a look outside right now. Our temperature here in the Triangle is 38 degrees, so we are still looking for the temperature to fall a little bit. One thing that keeps our temperature from dropping too quickly is the wind, but our winds are fairly light out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. You can see the flags here downtown on the Legislative Building moving just slightly, but the windier it is, the longer it's going to take for our temperatures to fall. We've hit 32 though in Roxborough, 34 in Southern Pines, 36 in South Hill, and then 38 for Clinton and Rocky Mount. But it may be that we get to 7 o'clock and temperatures fall, down to freezing and then bounce right back up. So it may be that we don't sit at freezing for very long in most places. But it's definitely colder than it was yesterday. 4 degrees colder in Roxborough, 10 to 11 degrees colder in some of our eastern counties. So just be prepared for that. Our winds right now are around 5 to 7 miles per hour, but likely to be gusty later on today. You're going to see those winds gusting 20 to 25 like we did yesterday. And it's a chilly one with temperatures in the low 50s. How cold is it going to be when you line up for the Christmas parade in Raleigh tomorrow? I'll show you.
Thanks, Elizabeth. A lane of northbound I-95 near Smithfield is expected to remain closed until noon today. Crews are working to repair a huge bump in the road that developed during construction work. Some cars that hit it yesterday before the lane was closed reportedly went airborne. The DOT says the bump sprung up after a contractor working to build a bridge near exit 95 drilled under the road surface, and the right-hand lane was raised by about a foot. Drivers who hit it called police after it nearly caused them to bounce off the road.
Taking to downtown Raleigh for a live look right now, Fayetteville Street. Hey, this is going to look a lot different tomorrow morning. Preparations will be taking place in the overnight hours and early morning hours for the 80th annual Raleigh Christmas Parade. We're going to give it our 50th rendition here on WRAL TV starting at 9 a.m. Hope you tune in for that. Renee and I will take you all the way through all the beautiful floats. And you know what? Jolly old St. Nick going to wrap things up just before noontime. We are looking forward to it, and we are looking forward to you getting down there. Get your spot early, and Elizabeth will have that forecast for us coming up. Participants in the parade, meantime, will need to sign a new waiver this year. It says the city of Raleigh won't be held legally responsible if anything happens to them. It comes 2 years after a pickup truck hit 11-year-old Haley Brooks while dancing in that parade. All the vehicles, floats, antique cars, and walking groups that'll be in the parade will be required to sign the waiver.
If you can't make it downtown, you can watch the parade at home with us here at WRAL. We will bring you a live broadcast tomorrow morning full of all the area marching bands, local businesses, dazzling floats, and everyone's favorite Santa Claus. Don't miss a minute of the excitement, including special guests as well as musical performances by Gene Jolly. Get in the holiday spirit, cozy up with some hot chocolate, and watch all the festivities tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. with us here on WRAL. We will have live coverage, full coverage of the preparations for the Christmas parade throughout the day. Make sure to tune in during our newscast from 4 to 7:30 this evening on WRAL.
Durham police have released new details about the shooting of a teenager by one of its officers. Police Chief Patrice Andrews says the investigation suggests no wrongdoing by the officer, Corporal Rex McQueen. She described what she saw on the body camera video and commended McQueen and other officers who provided first aid to the 16-year-old.
their quick actions in locating this person, this juvenile, and using their training experience to render aid were very likely and do very likely contribute to the fact that he is alive today.
Andrews urged parents to talk to their children about the dangers of firearms. Andrews also disputed claims by the teenager's relatives who said he was shot in the back.
A new search warrant in the investigation of 3 people found dead in a Cary home reveals 19-year-old Xavier Holton had a gun near his body when police found him in a second-floor bathroom. His girlfriend and mother were found dead on the first floor. Police recovered 4 shell casings from the scene. Holton's stepfather, who was on the phone with his wife while it was happening, told WRAL the 19-year-old was supposed to see a therapist this week.
The family of a special needs student who was assaulted by his teacher is suing the Wake County Board of Education and several district officials. The lawsuit claims school and district leaders were aware of the assaults but didn't report them to authorities. A 6-month WRAL investigation revealed the district allowed James Rencher to remain in the classroom despite multiple warnings from staff about his abusive behavior. Rencher was found guilty last Friday on 6 counts of assaulting students with disabilities. One of the plaintiffs in this case, who is the parent of one of the victims, is a WRAL employee.
A man has been charged for a shooting on the NC Central campus a month ago that injured several people. Jarek Wood surrendered to Orange County deputies and is in jail without bond. He faces several charges, including assault with a deadly weapon and firing a gun on educational property. His arrest comes nearly a month after the shooting during homecoming. 4 people were hurt, including a Central student. This was the second shooting on campus that night.
President-elect Donald Trump is now calling on former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to be his attorney general. Trump tapped Bondi for the role just hours after Matt Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration. In a social media post, Trump called Bondi smart and tough and said she will refocus the Justice Department. Bondi was part of Trump's legal team during the proceedings of his first impeachment.
RDU is preparing for the busy Thanksgiving holiday travel season. The airport broke another holiday traffic record over Labor Day. More than 188,000 passengers traveled through RDU over the Labor Day weekend. Nearly 1.4 million travelers went through RDU Airport last month. RDU expects a high volume of travelers for Thanksgiving in 2023 when the airport welcomed more than 400,000 Thanksgiving travelers. Tonight, downtown Raleigh will light up for the holidays. The annual tree lighting celebration is happening tonight at the Martin Marietta Center for the Performing Arts. You're looking at video from last year. The lighting ceremony begins at 6:15. The event will feature performances by local musicians as well as a holiday vendor market.
Well, take a look at this. Thursday night football between the Browns and Steelers. It was like a snow globe at times. Look at this. This is great. Snow falling steadily on the field in Cleveland during the second half here. The Browns took an 18-6 lead into the fourth quarter, but Pittsburgh came back, scored twice to take a 19-18 lead. And then Nick Chubb grounded out the Browns. They got back into this one, took the lead again with a touchdown, about a minute left in it, and able to hang on in the snow for that 24-19 win.
For the Steelers. And I tell you what, that's not the only place in Cleveland that we're seeing snow. Elsewhere, this is New York, and parts of it are seeing the first snow of the season here. You can see this camera is showing the video here. It's basically 15 seconds, but it really gives you an idea of how much snow is falling there. Some places could get 8 inches, according to forecasters. And they say the precipitation is expected to last through the night and possibly into the weekend. So we'll be watching closely to see how that develops. But, this is kind of a similar scene as we're seeing on the western part of our state, Renee.
That's right. The mountains were also pounded with heavy snow last night. Take a look. This video from one of our WRAL live cameras in Banner Elk shows just how hard that snow was coming down. It's almost coming in sideways and certainly piling up there on the streets. The National Weather Service has Banner Elk and the surrounding area under a winter weather advisory until tomorrow morning.
Kids are out there sledding. That's great. A kayaker who faked his own death on a Wisconsin lake. Remember this? Got tracked down alive, where police say he is and the message he is sending home to his family.
A volcano in Iceland is erupting once again. Images from above the country as people are evacuating their homes for the 7th time this year.
And you need to bundle up when you step out the door this morning. We're all talking about the weekend here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's cold today. Live look at North Hills. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner back after the break with just how cold it'll get on this chilliest day of our season so far.
.43, it's a cold one as you step out the door. We do have a freeze warning in effect until 9 o'clock this morning, and that covers the entire viewing area. Right now, temperatures are in the mid-30s in the Triangle, but we have seen some freezing temperatures up near the Virginia line. It is 38 in Wilson and Durham and 40 in Fayetteville, but we tend to see the coldest temperature closer to, say, 7 o'clock, so those temperatures may drop a little bit. But no matter what, most of the viewing area, if it does drop to freezing, will only be for maybe an hour or so. 37 degrees across most of the Triangle by the time we get to, say, 8 or 9 o'clock. It is going to be another breezy day today like it was yesterday. We're going to see our winds gusting up to around 20-25 miles per hour. So definitely a cold start out there this morning. The kids will be out there in their big coats, hopefully.
It's been more than 2 months since a 44-year-old Wisconsin man vanished while on a fishing trip. After weeks of searching for 45-year-old Ryan Borgwart, police say he's alive and living in Eastern Europe. They asked him to record this video.
Good evening, it's Ryan Borgwart. I'm in my apartment. I am safe, secure, no problem.
Borgwart says the video was recorded November 11th. According to the sheriff, Borgwart overturned his kayak and dumped his phone in a lake to fake his death. Investigators searched for his body for more than 50 days. Investigators say Borgwart has not said exactly where he is in Eastern Europe or why he left the U.S. He is married with 3 children and abandoned his family when he left the country. Why he faked his death and fled to that country is still unclear.
A spokesperson for the governor's office tells WRAL the governor has confidence the state's disaster response agency can be straightened out. State lawmakers were told Wednesday night that Laura Hogshead was fired by Governor Cooper. Hogshead led Rebuild NC for 6 years, overseeing housing recovery after Hurricanes Matthew and Florence. Thousands of people are still waiting for help after those storms, and the program is $300 million short of what it needs to finish the task. This week, lawmakers agreed to give the program another $50 million.
I absolutely hate giving them another dollar, but the reason that we gave that money is because I don't want the folks who have their houses being built right now for that construction to stop.
Pryor Gibson is the interim replacement.
More encouraging signs of progress when it comes to Helene recovery in western North Carolina. This picture of Lake Lure right here was taken October 15th, more than 2 weeks after the storm hit. There's so much debris in the lake you can't even see the water. And a new photo shared by the town on Facebook last week shows huge progress on that lake water. Nearly 8,000 cubic yards of debris has been removed, and there's still a lot of work to be done there to help the people of the Lake Lure area. Volunteers are key to that effort. Ronnie Rebar has been there for 8 weeks now after coming in from Myrtle Beach to help.
A lot of people are starting to go into where they haven't received paychecks for a couple weeks now. So they're still needing the necessities. You know, we're just trying to help people with, rice, crackers, drinks, sports drinks.
Town leaders say they've been overwhelmed by the donations they have received, and they say there's no further need for donations of supplies or clothing.
We are seeing new video of the volcanic eruption happening in Iceland. It erupted Wednesday night for the 7th time this year. Iceland's meteorological office says this eruption was significantly smaller than the last one in August. Officials say earthquakes in the area caused this latest eruption.
447 right now. We'll give you this live look down Fayetteville Street there in Raleigh. I said it a minute ago. It's going to transform into a pretty magical place there tomorrow, winter wonderland. Temperatures are going to cooperate with that feel for our parade again. And Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now with this transformation is taking place.
It is. Boy, we're feeling it right now as you step out the door. And tomorrow morning, you'll feel it as well. It'll be nice, not quite as cold as this morning, but, festively chilly. So at around 9 o'clock when the parade starts, temperatures should be in the mid to upper 40s. There may be a bit of a wind chill, making it feel like closer to 40 degrees. You definitely want to dress warmly. I'll give you my best pro tip. Find the sunny side of the street. It will make a world of difference if you're sitting on the sunny side versus the shady side. I mean, at some point, we may have no one on the shady side of the street tomorrow. We do have that freeze warning that's in effect this morning. Temperatures have dropped down to freezing in some of our northern counties, and we may see that more widespread as we get through the morning. Right now it is 30 in Henderson, 32 in Roxborough, and 30 in Siler City. Everybody else is looking at mid to upper 30s right now. Durham and Raleigh, Rocky Mount, Wilson, Goldsboro, mid to upper 30s. Down in Robbins, it is 30. It's 33 in Sanford, 34 in Southern Pines. We have a little bit of a breeze, which is going to keep our temperatures a little bit warmer than they might otherwise be. But we'll be close to freezing in a lot of places. Expect there to be maybe a little bit of patchy frost. We have a really dry air mass this morning, so we may not be able to squeeze too much moisture out of the atmosphere. So how close is this to a record? I mean, it's pretty late for us to be getting our first freeze. The latest, December 3rd, back in 1931. Number 2 is November 28th, and number 3 is November 26th. If we hit it today, we will tie for 6th, but I'm not sure that we're going to hit it at RDU today, so we may have to kick that can down the road a little bit farther. The reason for that would be the breezy conditions. Right now it is 38, but our dew point is 23. It's really low, so we have the potential to see those temperatures drop. Again, we have clear skies. We have the tower lit there in blue this morning for the clear skies, and you know me, I can't resist. Yes, we saw the video of the snow yesterday. Here's a live look at Lee's McRae there in Banner Elk. A lovely coating of white over everything. Our highs this afternoon are going to be chilly. It'll be breezy, looking at low 50s. Last night, cold front came through to help to deliver more cool air. Sherry Caps took that photo of Pine Level there, of that front coming through with a little bit of cloud cover. Go to WRAL.com, search Weather Watchers, and we'd love to see your photos. Right now, our winds are anywhere from about 3 miles in the Triangle to 7 in Fayetteville. That's going to be enough to keep our temperatures from dropping to their full potential. And then this afternoon, it's breezy again like yesterday with low to mid 40s. Tomorrow morning, wind chill 40 in the Triangle, 40 in Fayetteville, 40 in South Hill. So again, for the parade start time tomorrow morning, there'll be a little bit of a wind chill, but it's not going to be too bad. I need to move that over to here. But Sunday's looking good, 65, and then we warm up to 69 on Tuesday. So Thanksgiving is now on the 7-day forecast, and it looks like it may be a little wet. We're going to talk about more details for timing coming up.
Elizabeth, thanks. Charities are trying to make sure everyone has a turkey for the Thanksgiving holiday. How a local real estate company is doing its part to help tens of thousands of families.
And the votes for Major League Baseball's MVPs were unanimous. The big honors given to two of the game's biggest stars after their historic seasons. .453, the time right now as we bring you back with this live look at downtown Cary Park. Beautiful look right there. Don't be fooled. It is cold out this morning. Be prepared when you get outside. As we cover Wake County for you this morning, a new fire station is opening today in the town of Knightdale. Knightdale Fire Station number 1 is located on Forestville Road. This is the second fire station to open in Knightdale this year.
People who help you buy and sell your home are trying to make sure every home has a turkey on the table for the holidays. About 60,000 people in the Triangle will have a turkey dinner thanks to this program. It is called Turkeys for the Triangle. The real estate firm Coldwell Banker, Howard Perry & Wilson has put this on for more than 2 decades. They worked with Butterball to deliver turkeys to schools, military bases, military posts, rescue missions, and food pantries across the area. Today's entertainment report isn't just for fun. It is a pair of public service announcements. David Daniel has news you can use in the Hollywood Minute.
We were constantly developing new ways to get you to buy, influencing your behavior in subtle ways that you'd never even realize. And every trick in the book is being used to hide what's really going on.
You may want to watch this before hitting those Black Friday sales. Veterans of Adidas, Apple, Amazon, and other top brands expose the strategies and tactics of keeping customers coming back in Buy Now, This Shopping Conspiracy. The documentary is now streaming on Netflix.
Who's ready for Santa?
And if you're looking to watch Dear Santa in the days ahead, be careful. This Dear Santa is season 2 of a docuseries about the U.S. Postal Service's Operation Santa and its elves that make young letter writers' Christmas wishes come true. It debuts on ABC-owned stations on Sunday and on Hulu November 29th. Meanwhile, a boy with spelling issues unwittingly summons Jack Black as Satan in the Farrelly Brothers movie Dear Santa, which debuts on Paramount Plus Monday.
By the way, after you make your wishes, I'm taking your soul.
Naughty or nice, the choice is yours. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Pretty good Jack Black role, you got to admit. Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge are Major League Baseball MVPs for 2024. Surprise! Ohtani plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers, was a unanimous selection as National League MVP, his third MVP award. He became the first player in Major League history to hit at least 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a season. Judge was also a unanimous pick as American League MVP. It's his second MVP award. The Yankee superstar led the majors with 58 home runs.
Next week, the Carolina Hurricanes are coming to WRAL and Fox 50. They will take on the Dallas Stars Monday at 7 on Fox 50. And on Black Friday, they host the Florida Panthers at 3 here on WRAL. Don't miss Hockey for the Holidays next week on WRAL and Fox 50.
Big week, and final preparations are happening for Raleigh's Christmas parade tomorrow. What you can expect when you get there, including the new safety measures that are in place.
A Duke Energy line worker who died on the job is being remembered by his closest friend. The memories shared as the utility investigates his death.
Coldest day of the season is on us so far today, and you're looking live right now. Franklinton, good morning to you. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will be back with a look at just how cold we'll get today.